All right, we are live. It is season 2. This is episode 1 of the Maverick Rose Music Hour. We are incorporating Retro Rewind, which is a radio show. So this is technically part of Retro Rewind on WCOM, but we're also doing the podcast as well. So Retro Rewind and Maverick Rose Music Hour together. I'm Maverick. This is Darcy. That's Jim.
Hey.
What you got for us, Jim?
All right. Lyric of the week.
I like it. It's a new segment for us.
Ready?
Absolutely. Go ahead, my friend.
Go.
I got one foot in heaven and the other one in hell. Don't know just what I'm doing, but that's probably just as well. And I'm so far from my home, and I'm scared I'm going to end up alone. I don't quite know where I'm going. Am I really alive at all? First verse and chorus.
Of?
Does that ring a bell?
It does.
Oh, man.
I don't know the title, actually.
Okay.
What is the title?
Do you know it?
I don't know.
That's a song by Maverick Rose.
Oh, come on, man.
I wanted to transition smoothly from his poetry to this.
That's very kind, my friend.
I
Well,
love that.
he talks about he doesn't think he's that good of a songwriter, but he doesn't do it enough and give it a chance. This is one he just sent me a few months ago on the phone, and then
Something
he
I was working on, yeah.
played it at a gig 2 nights later, and I played along, and he just let it drop.
Never did anything with it again.
What's it called?
I don't. It's untitled.
Is it untitled?
It's untitled.
And the lyrics
like
actually
it.
get better as it goes along.
I like
and
that.
And the music is laid back, and he sings it in his deep kind of smoky voice. He's got a really good voice.
Yes.
Better than mine.
You're making me blush, Jim.
Well, I'm
I
just
appreciate
giving
it.
you
Thank
you
you, my
do.
friend. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You got a lot of fans,
Well,
but Jim
if
might
you-
be your biggest.
And if you are, that's very kind. If you are interested, please do go over to MaverickRoseMusic.com. Check us out. We've got all kinds of ways to support. We got the Patreon. My books of poetry are there, which that song is basically poetry that I've added music to.
Poetry
so
in motion.
Should
I
do
think
more
so,
of
something
that.
like that. Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that.
That's very cool that you
I'm-
did that.
I'll tell you, I'm excited that Niche decided to continue supporting us, and that Rescue Wood Rehab decided to continue supporting us, and that all of you continue watching and listening so that we're able
That's
to be
awesome.
here for
You make our
season-
hearts happy.
That's right.
You make our hearts
Oh,
happy.
look, Zinbad says it was an untitled Maverick Rose original. It is indeed. Speaking of which, so if you are out there in the wild and the wilds of the internet and you want to play along at home, we've got a little segment that we like to call Gemini. And when you hear that bell and we say Gemini, or I show this picture and I say Gemini, you can...
Who's that a
join us.
picture of?
So this is a picture of Gemini that someone drew at one of the gigs we were playing.
Which
and,
was very nice of
it
him.
is very nice of the
but
gentleman who did that. So,
There you
but
go.
it is a little bit
Does
scary.
that look like you, Jim?
I look like an aged butthead.
You kind
and
of do.
and I look like the lead singer of Nickelback. Let me get that closer to the camera. So,
Or-
look at this photograph.
Or Michael Berryman from The Hills of Eyes
so-
for you movie buffs.
That's right. So,
I don't know that one.
But anyway,
Now look
so
up Michael
I think that's really
Berryman.
and they signed it too.
they did. So
Very nice.
It was actually very, very kind of that guy. But
It's not
it's
like
an
I'm
interesting picture. So, and for those of
Did
you that
your
don't know,
guitar
we are broadcasting live from Niche Wine Lounge in beautiful Holly Springs, North Carolina.
And we're in a different part of Niche.
We are in a different part of Niche. So season 2, we moved to the stage. So this is where all the performances happen out here, and they do live music 6 nights a week out here at the Niche in Holly Springs. So the website is there on the screen, but it is nichewinelounge.com.
And there's a drum
so
set,
check
like,
that out.
right
There is-
here.
We have a house drum kit. We got all that good stuff.
And
so.
we're here the first Friday of every month.
That's
which
right.
I guess people don't know about because nobody's coming to
Because I'm not good at self-promotion.
Well, I
Jim.
didn't
We need to
know.
promote
I
better.
didn't know.
That's right. Nobody
I didn't
knows.
know.
Well, anyway, let's get over. We got our friend Marty here. We're gonna check in with him. We haven't heard from him since last season. What's up, Marty?
Hey, Maverick. The Maverick Rose Music Hour brought to you by Rescue Wood Rehab.
That's right.
Good to see you, my friend.
So you've been supporting us since
He never
since
says
Retro
anything to
Rewind.
us.
So Retro
That's
Rewind,
right.
and then
Yeah,
Yeah, we should
which
upload
now
Maverick
the Maverick Rose
Rose.
Music Hour is a part of. The
I think
first hour
we
of
actually
Retro
have
Rewind is
a year anniversary. I don't know when it happened, but it happened
last month. It was
Last
1
month,
year. Yeah. So we're starting season 2 of the Maverick Rose Music Hour and year 2 of Retro Rewind all at the same time tonight.
Great partnership,
So
my
that's
friend.
fantastic.
party.
That's right.
How
We are
come you
rolling
never
along.
say hello to Gemini
Oh,
when
There
you
it
come
is.
up? You always say hi to Maverick, but not to us.
Because I'm the one
Well, I
addressing
start
him.
off with the Maverick Rose Music Hour, so yeah.
That's right.
Hello to Gemini. Oh, wait.
I'll tell you what I like.
He still didn't say my name.
He's trying to get. So
Hello, my love.
if you're playing at home, it doesn't have to be alcohol. If you're drinking water, make sure you hydrate. If you've got tea or soda, whatever it is that you like to drink. But what do you got there, Marty?
This is a nice red oak.
Okay.
Yeah, North Carolina beer.
There you go. So what
So
I
go with
like
your
about
North
this
Carolina
new
brown
shot
dog.
for season 2 is right over there. We've got Ted in the background. Wave at everybody, Ted. Ted is the owner of the Niche Wine Lounge, and he's here helping us out. So.
Are you watching?
Yeah. That's awesome. Oh, you're back there. You're back
We can
there.
see you.
So how are
Easy.
things, Marty?
Things are great. Things are great,
Good,
sir. Yeah. It's
So
been,
we've got,
busy at the shop and lots of fun stuff
Already
going on.
happened.
Yeah.
So
happened.
yeah, I'm going to put this up on the board. We've got the wine, beer, and boards. Have you got another one coming up?
No, we don't have another one scheduled yet.
We better get with Ted there behind you
well,
because that was
not to worry.
We've been
not to
selling
worry.
them out, man.
Hey,
Pop
we
shut
need
you
a
down?
Sunday. We need a Sunday off, man.
Yeah, I need to have a break for a minute. But
Yeah.
Well,
no,
I'll tell you, this table here that we've got was given to us,
Borrowed.
Yes.
borrowed from our friends at Rescued Wood Rehab. I got the shirt on tonight as well. So lots of support.
And it's not
We're not
permanent.
incestual at all.
It's
around
a
here.
borrowed table, yeah. So that table was originally intended to go on the back porch of my love, Darcy. Her.
Hey, there's
her-
Andy in the background
There's
as well.
Andy. Squirrel.
There he is.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just want
Kind of looks like a
to world's
squirrel, doesn't
world's
he?
greatest bartender there. So
Yeah. So that table that's the interim table for the stage, and then
'Cause
we'll
it's-
just keep changing it around and have some fun
You
building
actually
some new
should
tables.
do that. You should just
I was gonna say you
different
never know.
tables.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
never know what
Yeah.
you're gonna.
Because you can't really see on here the very cool epoxy on here.
Yeah, it's a turquoise that's going to match someone who might have ordered some chairs that go on the back porch at
That should be delivered tomorrow,
my house. Yes.
is
Very
what I'm
nice.
being told by the freight company.
Oh, you want this? Because I've been scratching it off.
Thanks, Jim.
It was really pretty, Jim. Thanks.
Thanks.
Well, it's great to see all of you.
Absolutely.
I hope you have a
What,
fantastic
tell us about
show.
that pin that you've got on there.
Oh, that pin. Oh, this pin.
Yeah.
This pin.
How'd you get that, man?
Did you want one of those pins?
That looks a lot like the sign that we've got here.
One of those pins is these pins are
It's not like the
for
others?
supporting the Maverick Rose Music Hour, and you can reach out to Maverick Rose at maverickrose.com and
Yep, MaverickRoseMusic.com.
see all
or
about being a patron of.
Patreon.com/the Maverick Rose Music Hour. The first 40 patrons will get a pin.
Get one of these.
Yeah,
Get
be
one
part
of these.
be part of the club.
We have
Yeah.
ours too.
We're doing. Yeah, I was gonna say we're doing
Yeah.
one run of them, so only the people on the show, and then our first patrons will get that. So.
We feel special.
Yeah, and we do want to say a shout out to all of our patrons out there that have been supporting
Thank
us.
you.
We appreciate you. Without you, this would not be possible. So.
Yeah, thanks. I
you
don't
for
get
that.
it, but thanks.
We're still trying to explain to Jim what Patreon is. So.
Well, the internet.
That's right.
Nah,
That's right.
I don't know Spanish stuff anyway.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, my friend. We'll check in with you in a bit,
Patron.
Marty.
Thank you.
Feel
Patron.
free to come back and talk
Patron.
with us at any point. So we'll keep things moving right along. So we're doing different segments here in season 2. So long gone are the days
We
of
took
the
a
sick
vote.
burn of the week.
Not really.
Sick burn of the week is out. The album of the week is out, and we're gonna do a thing called a deep dive. I haven't got the graphic figured out yet. It's gonna be something cool, but
Should be like, the Grand Canyon or
yeah,
you know.
something, and there'll be a sound effect for it. We're very professional here, so
With a kraken coming out of it.
that's right. So the
Well, there
deep
you
dive,
go.
the deep dive of the week this week is going to be the Manic Street Preachers. I'm just going to talk about them a little bit because there was a time when I didn't know about the Manics, and I'm here to
And I still don't.
proselytize. I'm here to
Did you know this?
to tell everyone about.
I
the,
never heard of them till
the joys of the Manics.
he
so.
started playing them.
Oh, okay.
The
The Manic Street.
The Manic Street Preachers. So they were a part of the Cool Cymru movement. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that right. If you're Welsh out there and I butchered that, I am sorry. Which was
know that either.
so the Cool Cymru movement was a direct answer to the Cool Britannia movement. So bands like Oasis and Blur and the Spice Girls and stuff like that in the mid to late 90s, where it became very cool to be British. The Welsh sort of developed the same thing in the later 90s and early 2000s.
Okay.
And so bands like the Stereophonics and the Manic Street Preachers came and sort of brought Wales into the forefront. It was cool to be Welsh. But more interestingly, the Manic Street Preachers have one of the enduring unsolved mysteries of all time.
What is that? Because I love Dateline.
Yes. So if you go look up the Manic Street Preachers right now, they're a trio. There are only 3 members in that band.
Okay.
But they used to have 4. And
What happened to the 4th?
we don't know. So
They haven't said?
one of their founding members, and actually he was the one responsible for writing the songs up until his disappearance. So he was sort of the core of the band, Richie Edwards.
Like, they don't know where he is either?
Nobody knows where he is. They never found a body. They don't
Oh, like
know.
this
He-
is
he
like a real
literally- it's an
investigation type
ongoing,
thing?
Like, they did finally declare him dead, but only so that his family could collect on his
Get their
insurance.
insurance.
That's it. So nobody knows what happened
Where
to
was
him.
he last seen?
His car was found near a bridge, and it's a bridge where a lot of people jump from. So
my
it's
gosh.
suspected that maybe that's what happened, but they never found a body, so they don't
What
know.
year was this?
This would have been in the mid-'90s. So
Wow.
now he was a troubled individual. He had some self-harm issues. He suffered from an eating disorder and a couple other things. So he wasn't a well person.
How old was he?
In his 20s.
Oh,
So, yeah, Richie was not a well person, but he disappeared and didn't leave a note or anything like that. Like, he just completely, like, they were, I believe, getting ready to go on tour, and they went to the hotel room to pick him up, and he was gone. And then they found his car, and then that's all.
Wow.
So I definitely go look up, if you look up the Manic Street Preachers and look up Richie Edwards.
would we
you'll
know their
see,
music?
They had 1 or 2 hits here in the States, but they didn't really take off here stateside. So
Right.
maybe you would if you listened to a lot of radio in the 90s. If you didn't, then you probably don't. So
That's really sad.
How
Yeah.
many albums with him?
with him, let's see. See, I should have all this stuff written
Well,
down. There's,
roughly.
four, I think, the first 4 albums,
You know
if I'm
that?
not mistaken.
I
And
know.
Oh, you said only because of
Now,
Maverick.
a lot of what's happened since then, so Richie and Nikki Wire, the bass player, they're an interesting band. So Richie and Nikki were glam. They would sometimes wear dresses on stage, lots of makeup, all kinds of stuff. And then the other 2 members of the band are not at all glam. So it's this mix of like different kinds of music
Peoples?
and styles and whatever.
Peoples?
But so Nikki took over primary songwriting, and supposedly he has a notebook of Richie's lyrics and poems and stuff, and he's been using those to kind of spawn new songs. At least some of the new songs are at least
So the
influenced
music
by.
held up after the guy was gone?
I think so. I mean, they're still releasing stuff, and I think it's still good. It's different though. The early stuff is very raw.
Was he the lead singer?
No.
No.
No, he's a guitar player.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I think the earlier music is more raw, but that's true of a lot of bands. Like they refine their sound.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's necessarily because he's not involved or whatever, but a lot of the early stuff was more manic. It was more in your face, kind of raw.
His personality.
Yep. Oh, thanks, Johnny. Johnny says he likes the new look for the show, so
Thanks,
we appreciate
Johnny.
that. Yeah, we like it
Thank you.
too. We're happy to be on stage here.
We're
That's-
sitting up
So-
high. I'm
Is
trying not
that
to
Johnny
slouch.
G?
It is Johnny G.
Is he here or there?
He's on YouTube.
Oh.
Internet.
Hey, I'm sorry you didn't get a slot tomorrow, Johnny G.
That's right. We do open mic
I
out
hope
here at the
you
Niche
come
on
anyway.
Tuesdays, so,
I think
yeah.
you need to give him a slot.
That's right.
I'd rather give him a slot than.
People can
All
see
right.
us, Jim.
Oh yeah.
That's right. That's
Johnny,
right.
we want to hear you tomorrow. I'm going to be here tomorrow.
That's right. Oh, nice.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, because there's something big going on.
We are celebrating Jim's birthday tomorrow at the Niche, along with the launch of his website. So,
I normally don't
Excited.
celebrate my birthday because I'm doing the website, so it feels like a chore I need to do. But let me say something about the Manic Street.
yeah, we'll come
Preachers.
back to the Manics. Yeah.
So the radio show we've been doing for a year now, you're telling me.
Yes.
So I've done a bunch of shows with Maverick and heard a lot of stuff I never heard before. Some I liked, some I didn't. The only band I liked, every time I said, "Who's that?" and he would say, "Manic Street Preachers." I liked every song I heard by them, with the exception of one, mainly because of the production. It was some
Yeah.
weird techno.
Are you going to play them tonight on the show?
I will. Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yep. I'll be playing some Manics tonight on the show. So.
And a couple times they said, "Who's the female singer?" And
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Yeah,
They got
so
a real
their-
mellow
their-
singer
Yeah,
or
their
something.
lead singer James Dean Bradfield
James
is
Dean.
yeah, he's got a very
my name.
unique voice.
You're James Dean.
Yeah.
Yep, it's very high pitch and melodic, and it provides contrast to a lot of their music, which I think is interesting.
And different. A lot of stuff,
It
wasn't
is.
all the same.
Yeah, it's
so.
varied, and the fact that he's able to play the leads the way that he does, because he's the lead guitar player and vocalist, and so he's able to do some amazing stuff on guitar, and then follow that with his vocals, which I think is really good. The other cool thing about the Manics is, I say it's a cool thing, they're kind of an activist band, so they don't have any songs that are about nothing. All of their songs are about something, and it's usually, and so it is politically, and a lot of times that alienates people, isolates people. They listen to it and they go, oh, you know, I don't want to hear about this, that, or the other.
Right.
But all of their songs are inspired by something. So whether it be the news, political figures, authors, whatever,
There's a meaning.
there is meaning behind every single song. Every song is telling a story, whether it's they've got songs about the Spanish Revolution. I mean, all kinds of stuff that modern bands aren't talking about, certainly not bands in the 90s.
I'm going to look them up.
So
This is all
because
interesting.
and see if you, with your true crime brain,
Oh,
can,
I
can
love
solve
it.
the disappearance of
I don't know
Richie
that I
Edwards.
can solve it, but
The other interesting thing,
I'll call his family.
and of note, is they are the only band, to my knowledge, they're the only band from the Western world to ever perform in Cuba during the embargo. So they actually went to Cuba while Castro was still alive and performed there, and they almost didn't make it back.
Did they write about
Like
it?
the UK was like, we're not going to let you back in after. So
Did they write about
pretty
it?
interesting. I don't know that there are any songs that they've done
That's
specifically
kinda cool.
about that, but
I've always thought Cuba would be so cool to go to.
But yeah, so they did a show in Cuba during the lockdowns when you couldn't just go over to Cuba. So
That's a good one.
yeah,
I've not heard of them.
They're an
And there's a
interesting band, so-
mystery with it
and
too.
and I like Jim. I also feel every song I've heard from them. Like I've not heard it since I discovered them. I haven't heard a song that I don't like. They don't have a lot of skips on their albums. Or go, I don't like that, or I don't want to do this. It's varied, and from album to album, their sound changes without you losing the meaning of the band. Because some bands either change their sound so much that they don't sound like themselves, or every album they put out sounds the same. And they've kind of struck that balance where they're giving you new material without losing themselves.
How many albums, roughly?
A dozen at this point, probably. I don't see. I should know all of these things.
That's all right.
but-
It's not like the old days when people put out an album every year.
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes they put out 3 a year.
Beatles did.
But I would definitely say, like, if you're starting, one of my favorites is Everything Must Go. I think that's like the sweet spot where they started to transition their sound into the more refined stuff versus the older, edgy stuff. That's an easy album to listen to. If you're looking for something that's a little bit deeper dive, because that's what we're doing anyway, listen to the Holy Bible. It's really good. Or Gold Against the Soul.
I'm curious now.
But yeah, definitely check them out. They're one of my favorite bands. They're in my top 10 for sure. And one of the cooler.
And not one of your albums
bands.
of the week that you did. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So
That's
definitely
very
check out the
cool.
Manics. All right.
very
So
cool.
we're going to do another segment now, and that is called One Hit Wonders. Darcy's going to take us away with that one. What do you got for us on One Hit
Well,
Wonders?
and you know, we did One Hit Wonders last season.
We talked about them.
Yeah, we
but
did.
We're going to do a little bit, again, deeper dive into
And I have here are my notes.
Yeah.
They're always on my phone.
what you got for us.
They're usually Google. What's the number one, generally, because you can go to different places and see. What do you think is the number one hit wonder? Any?
You mean
Guess the
sales-wise?
Yes.
I'm going to say Sinead O'Connor, Nothing Compares to You.
She's not a one-hit wonder. Oh my goodness.
She made me wonder.
Right?
No, I liked her.
I like Tommy Two-Tone,
Yeah.
8675309.
That's a great one.
That's a good one.
It's not it, but that's a great
Okay.
one.
Yeah,
No,
Ted says he's
can't-
interested over there.
I can't think
Wave,
of.
you're on camera.
Do you know what it is?
If I saw a list of songs, I could maybe pick one, but I can't think of. You know.
So once I say the song, you're not going to get it out of your mind. And it's going to annoy the ever-living crap out of you.
We're going to make Maverick learn and play it every night he's here.
He probably already knows
I
it.
might already play it. We'll see.
I like the Hulk. I'm always annoyed.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Macarena.
Oh my God! Oh no! Jim and I are gonna need a drink after that one.
I told you it would annoy
When
the crap
was
out of
that?
you.
Oh,
1996.
So
Oh man!
I used to
It's
go
not
to.
even from the 80s.
All right, Andy, we're gonna need a Macarena cocktail tonight.
Oh, Macarena.
That's your. That's
Like a
your,
mocktail.
Yeah, you
Like
gotta
a
give us a go. Okay, he's got it. There you go.
Yeah.
So George Steinbrenner, in his infinite wisdom, used that song at
Lord of
Yankee
mercy.
games for the fifth inning when the road
Oh,
crew went out.
okay.
replacing
Macarena.
YMCA. And they lost like 6 games in a row, so they
So
went
they
back to
stopped it.
YMCA.
Do you know who sang it?
Macarena, y'all. Are you believing this right now?
Did I find a good one? One that would really piss you guys off?
It doesn't piss me off. I remember when it came out and it was everywhere.
So do you remember? I don't know.
Yeah, it was like every
it was the
birthday
dance,
party everywhere
too.
that everybody went. Yeah, it was crazy.
I remember some old guy in the video, Ricky Joe Martini or something. I don't know.
So the people who sang
Don't be an
it,
ageist, Jim.
Los Del Rio.
Yes.
Los Del Rio?
Los Del Rio.
Not Los Lonely Boys. That's a different band.
Los
No.
Lobos.
So it says, do you know what the lyrics really are? Because did you ever really listen to them?
I have not.
No?
It says the lyrics are incredibly racy.
Oh my. Oh my.
So the song is about a woman whose boyfriend is away in the army, and she winds up enjoying the company of 2 of his best friends.
Oh.
That's what the song is
Oh
about,
my gosh.
right?
Jim and I definitely need a
Yeah.
drink on that
Well,
one.
that guy's dancing around. He's got loose pants on with creases, so I figured something was going on.
Seriously. Lord of mercy.
So all these little kids, doing "Hey Macarena,"
Yeah.
it's and there's some pretty racy lyrics in here. Not racy, but talking about
What has happened in
while,
season 2, man?
while the man is away, the woman will play.
Wait,
Apparently,
Are we doing Macarena at the bar? Is that what's happening over here? You give us a
Right.
demonstration. Hey, look, Marty.
I know,
They're doing-
and
they're doing the
like
Macarena
everybody
at the bar.
danced, and it was in commercials.
I love it. Yeah, it was
and
everywhere.
It went for 2
crazy.
years, 96 and 97. It was really big, and it was played everywhere.
Yeah.
And they are a one-hit wonder.
That's
But
wild.
they probably made bank off of this.
Oh,
At least
yeah.
I hope they did.
I hope so.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Kind of
you
like
know,
Gangnam Style.
that was another one.
Yeah.
That was another one.
Yep.
So, the Hey Macarena was a big one-hit wonder, and it wasn't from the 80s.
That's huge.
See, I didn't even bring up the 80s this time.
Nice.
Yeah, but I thought that was a great one-hit wonder.
That's good.
And
Now I'm gonna have to play that on the radio show later. So
Isn't that
Might
now
do
as
it's
stick
well.
around. Yeah, do stick around. Well, I say that we're technically on the radio now, but yeah.
We're YouTube,
Dude,
radio. We are
So
everywhere.
we're everywhere. So check us out on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcast, all those places.
And we're gonna
Obviously,
start
on
showing a lot
YouTube.
more
And then
of ourselves,
WCOM FM 103.5 out of Carborough. WCOMFM.com.
Did you sneak apple pie in there?
Apple pie.
I can't get a good
Sweet
apple
cherry
pie.
pie?
Into what?
He said apple pie.
Said cherry pie.
Never mind.
Are you hungry?
I'm always hungry.
We don't have anything to eat tonight. Sorry.
That's right.
There's no green room here.
No?
Which that segues perfectly into our next segment, which is Jim's Wine of the Week. What's going on, Jim?
I don't know.
Talk to the people. You say you don't know. Here it is.
You
Talk to us,
you
Jim.
became so popular with your complaining that we're giving you a whole segment.
That's right. You get a
See,
whole segment
and
to
now
complain.
I'm like drawing a blank. But I heard a song in the pizza place that I really hated, and I wanted to talk
Was
about
it Taylor Swift?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, could we not go one time without
Gotta
bragging
say
on
Taylor
her?
Swift at least once per episode, so
But
it helps the algorithm.
Well, I'll remember a few days ago. There's a conversation in here. I think you were part of it.
Yeah.
It was about that urban legend movie.
Yeah.
Like someone was saying, because of that movie, they won't drive behind a truck with huge logs on it.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. So I was not a part of that conversation,
All
but
right.
I overheard part of
And
it.
I'm
yeah,
thinking-
Final Destination.
I don't need a dumbass
Any of-
movie to tell
any
me.
any of us who have ever seen, if you're of a certain age and you saw Final Destination, 2 is the second one. You don't follow log trucks.
I didn't before the movie. I don't need a movie to tell me. I don't follow boats being hauled. I don't follow horses
Or
being
those
hauled.
cars. I
All
think they're
those
gonna come
cars.
off.
I don't want 8 cars spilling onto me or a horse bouncing
So-
out and his ass in my face.
But here's
you know?
the thing, Jim. I think
What?
that like you're a screenwriter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and you'll
they
be able to
say.
check that out on his website, which launches tomorrow.
I can't wait to read the Darcy movie.
But but as a screenwriter, I think maybe you have an active imagination, so you didn't need someone else to write that movie for you in your own head.
No.
You were like, I've heard your songs, man.
Well, the one I pictured happening was somebody hauling a piano and it bounces
Yeah.
out and kills someone. He said, and the life ended
there
like
it is.
a chord from a day in the life, you know.
Yeah, Zen says log trucks are a no-no.
Yeah. But if I die, it's going to be of my own violation on the highway.
Let's not have that.
Let's not have
Let's
that.
not have that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Zen, how do you spell it? Is Zen bad?
Z-E-N?
So it's and bad.
So it's
a
kind of-
takeoff on Sinbad.
It is a
and
play
being
on
a Zen.
exactly.
He's a very Zen
He
person.
is very zenful. He provides a lot of chill. He's my emotional support brother.
He's doing
So-
crazy work on my website.
He does
which I
crazy work on my
appreciate.
website too. We would not have the sign up list, or that he, we don't talk about this, but he edited my books.
He's
Oh,
our
yeah.
producer.
He
Isn't
produces the show. He's the executive producer of the show. He's a very talented individual. Let's give a round of applause out there for Zen.
He needs more of a title like Zenbad the Grailer, like Holy Grail or something.
I usually call him Zenbad the Prophet.
Okay, that works.
Well, we got to have our business meetings soon.
That's right.
Zen,
That's right.
Zen.
So we'll do dinner somewhere, and we'll
Jim
have
says
dinner.
it has to be somewhere
Dinner with
casual.
Zen.
He does not want to go nice.
No
we're not
fancy
going, We're not
pants.
going to the Angus Barn, is what I'm
We're
hearing.
not going to the Angus. I don't know that our budget can hold that anyway.
We'll see. Maybe if we get some more Patreons.
Yeah, let's use
Patrons.
that iffy Patreon money to eat some steak.
That's right. Before they figure it out.
That's right. Now we're kind of heading to Chuck E. Cheese. I think.
That's right.
I think that's where we're going.
So for season 1 into season 2, because I just want to talk a little bit. We're not going to recap all of season 1, but we've shifted positions. We've done new segments. If there's anything out there that you all want to see, that you want to hear about, or that sparks interest for you, please, go to the website, go to MaverickRoseMusic.com, comment on the YouTube videos, wherever it is. There are lots of ways to reach out to us. We want so much for this to be a community show, something that you feel like you're a part of. We read the comments, we read the emails, and we take all of the feedback to heart. And of course, you can always be here for a live recording or a live stream and be a part of the show. If you're in the Holly Springs area, you can stop into Niche and join us.
And keep following us, and we're going to start doing some more things that.
That's right. Darcy's going to make us an Instagram.
Well, yeah, we're going to do
Maybe.
some stuff and just do some fun things, so you don't have to watch us for an hour.
That's right.
But maybe you could watch us for 30 seconds during the week when you're,
Yeah,
in
we'll
the
get some-
bathroom or
get
something.
some reels and shorts. Well, I'm sure that's where most of our viewers are right now.
That's where I watch.
That's where I watch too.
Jim just doesn't watch.
Jim doesn't watch, yeah.
No, it
Well.
would be great to get the feedback from everybody about what you liked, what you didn't like, what you want to see. We're not going to see Bud as much this time because we have a different camera setup, and that's I don't
But
even know
he's
where he is.
comfortable.
Is
He's
he good?
comfortable,
He's on a
yeah.
rug,
So we're
he's
still
good.
working. We're going to get a 4th camera set up, I promise, and it will be the Bud cam. It'll be down there for him. So
I don't want to have too much fun. Fun, like most people
Does
say,
fun
yeah,
wear
I want
you
to have
out?
fun. Fun is like, it feels like an obligation. Hey, you want to have some fun? Not really, but,
But
I'll
you know what though? If you plan fun, then it's never as fun. So you
That man
kind of
said
can't
not
plan
really.
it.
Yeah.
It's just going to
Right,
be
it just happens.
Right. It's just going to be inherent that we do this and have some fun.
that's right.
Did you have fun last season?
Here and there, I did.
Sometimes. I'll tell you what was fun for me was when those egg rolls came in and that man didn't move for the whole podcast. He was like,
Yeah.
it's like, what do you think, Jim? I was like, yeah.
Then there was one
Yeah.
day you just were not in a good mood. But
Only one? Go back and watch last season again.
But I came in here tonight in a really bad mood, and you guys have made me,
All right.
not so bad. So
Yeah, man. That's our
Yeah,
job. That's
I-
Jim and I's job.
I was a little witchy earlier, maybe just a tad bit.
That's all good.
But I feel better now being around you
Okay.
guys.
She literally came in. She was like, this is what it's like to be married to me.
Well, because I was not being nice.
It's because we stole this table from her deck.
you did.
If you're listening, it's a
Well-
beautiful table, and it was apparently destined for their deck, and Marty decided to give it to us for
I
the show.
wasn't mad.
which is-
He did not
He's
give.
taking- he's-
He did not give. It's borrowed.
Loaned.
Something
Show 'em
blue.
the
Something
green.
blue.
Show him the green. Wait a minute.
It's
see the
blue.
detail.
It's like turquoise.
They can't see that. They
Okay.
can't see the detail. We can
my
see the
glasses.
detail.
It's the
That's right.
carpenter's wife, man. She never gets the shoes.
You got anything to say about that, Marty? Because I want to keep this table, man.
Carpenter's wife get the shoes?
The shoe cobbler.
Cobbler's wife. I was like, I don't make shoes.
No.
Yeah. I mean,
Wasn't
I'll
it
make a
like-
lot of stuff, but I don't make shoes.
I wouldn't want you to make. Oh, platform shoes. You could make me some platform shoes.
You wouldn't wear them.
I like apple cobbler.
It's a nice table, but Bud is actually available. He's underneath the table right now.
Puffy.
He is our
if
director
you're
of marketing.
if you're a patron
Patreon.
of Patreon, and go to
Yeah.
patreon.com, then you could see pictures on that site.
That's right. We offer behind
Yeah.
the scenes, so you'll get
Yeah.
to see all the things that go on.
Yeah,
We're-
so-
They're,
that
they're
are- that are
actually
not on
they're
camera.
actually a lot of the fun.
That is a lot of fun.
Those
And
are
I
great
have a lot of
pictures.
fun
We
taking
we
those.
should
and-
do a goof reel.
Oh yeah.
a goof reel.
I think
I
the
don't know,
main
what do they
show
call
is
it?
the
I have a
goof
whole.
reel.
My phone is full of goof reels with you guys. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, the table. Yeah. Sorry about the table, but You'll get it. Don't worry.
Well, thank you for letting us. Yeah, thank you for letting us borrow.
Thank you for giving it to
That's
the
right.
Maverick Rose Music Hour.
That's right.
I didn't give it. I just loaned it. It's a loan.
Zin
that-
said Marty can't make wooden clogs. There goes my Christmas gift idea.
Yeah, well, sorry, Zen. Next time.
All right.
There you go. There you go.
So, Jim, we played a couple shows lately.
We did? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and there weren't a lot of people at them. Do you think that's a reflection on us as musicians or on the music industry locally, or what's?
I don't know. I don't like to see live shows personally, so I can dig it, but
I don't think, I didn't know.
I think as an artist, when nobody turns up, you kind of question yourself. You wonder, like, did I change? Have I changed? But I don't think that's the case. I think it's just, I don't know if it's promotion,
I
like
think
local promotion.
a lot of
or-
it is promotion. There is a lot of competition here in this area, right?
There is, yeah.
And a lot of your friends were playing
Yes.
that weekend around and stuff like
Sure.
that. And I honestly didn't know you guys were playing. I wasn't here. So.
One of the interesting things about our show on Friday was 80% of the people here were other
I'm
musicians.
going to say the whole audience
They
ended up on stage.
Yeah, because
playing
we
with
had them
us.
join. I was like, oh, everybody that plays the instrument, like, come up here. We had a big giant jam at the end, which
You
was
guys look like you're
fantastic.
having a ball.
Oh, we had a great time, and I think it does say something like when you've got other musicians come to your show. I mean, that always feels good, especially when they're talented, and everybody who was here that night
And you were wearing a kilt,
really
too.
was. I was wearing a kilt on Friday, so.
Yeah.
I was doing jeans and a T-shirt.
Jim is kind of like a superhero. He wears this. He's got the same kind of vibe.
Well, are your other counterparts saying the same thing, that it's kind of...
This year has been really weird. A lot of people have had difficulties with bookings, and a lot of the shows, I think, part of it's the economy, part of it is promotion, and it's like you said, there is a lot of competition. There are a lot of new restaurants, new venues.
And everybody wants to have
and
music,
new
right?
artists. So many people are moving to the Triangle, and a percentage of them are musicians, and they're talented. They're moving from places like Austin and Nashville and
Seattle,
LA.
somebody
and
was from here the
Seattle,
other
yeah.
night, yeah.
And that's right.
Boston.
Boston, that's right. Yeah. Shout out to Matt from Boston if you're out there, man. Just texting with that guy earlier. He's fantastic. Yeah, so there are so many talented musicians, and there are only so many venues to play in, and there are only so many fans to go around, and so it becomes difficult. I think you
Yeah.
can't catch every show, and not every show is going to be full.
Is
So-
there a burnout that happens from...
I will say it is a lot harder to play an empty show than it is to play a full show.
I would think
You wouldn't necessarily think, because you would think there would be less pressure, but it's actually harder
No,
because
'cause
you're giving and you're not getting as much back.
Because I would think
So-
you thrive from the audience, right? I mean, I know your
I
shows
certainly
you do.
Yeah,
certainly
I pull
do.
a lot from the audience. It's very important to me
Yeah.
to be able to do
I
that,
do
so.
too, but don't tell anyone. Oh, damn it.
It's hard to tell, Jim. You are stone-faced the entire time. When you guys play after this show, which I guess you won't be doing anything,
No.
right?
No, we're going to roll, the first hour is going to roll right into the second and third hour. Second and third hour are going to be traditional Retro Rewind. So if you're listening on the radio right now, Retro Rewind hasn't gone away. We're just putting the Maverick Rose Music Hour
Right.
as the first hour of the radio show. For those of you watching on YouTube, listening on Spotify, or iTunes or Apple Podcasts, there is a radio show component that's going to happen after this, and you can listen to that at 103.5 FM if you're in the Chapel Hill, Carborough area, or WCOMFM.com.
So-
.org.
But next week.
But
Yeah,
it'll
that's
be
right.
then.
But
So
it'll be this.
if they're listening to this and it's the recorded version of this, how can they comment? Because it'd be great to get comments.
Yeah,
too,
so
right?
just go over to MaverickRoseMusic.com. There is a tab for Retro Rewind there, and you can email directly. And so any requests, thoughts, feelings, comments, whatever you've got.
We want to hear.
Let's see. Zen says he wonders if venues have felt a hit in revenue this year from less people coming out. Money's tight for a lot of people. I don't know. Ted, how are we feeling about how is revenue this year?
Revenue?
Yeah.
We don't get revenue.
We don't get revenue. All right. So here at Niche Wine Lounge, we operate on dreams,
revenue.
prayers, thoughts, and prayers. Please send your thoughts and prayers to the Niche. Okay.
I don't know. There's a
That's
nice
good.
new patio out there right
That's
now.
right. There is a nice patio. I think their patrons paid for that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's it.
401k paid for that.
Oh, snap. All right.
I do think there's a lot of competition in the Triangle. I think it's a very music-oriented area.
It is.
Would I be wrong in saying that?
No, we've got a fantastic music scene. One of the things that I love about the music scene here is there's not a ton of competition between the artists. The artists actually really support each other. That's why you see like all the musicians came out. They're friends of ours.
Right.
We're friends of them. If we finish a show early, we'll go by there. Or if I've got the night off, I'll try to go out and support different people. Shout out to all of the local musicians.
You both do
there.
that a lot.
Yeah, we try to support each other here, and a lot of other markets are really cutthroat. But there are so many talented musicians. It's hard. Like, how do you pick what show to go to? Like, even when I've got a night off, I'm hopping. I'll go see Steve, and then Johnny G, and then Matt from Boston. Whatever. And so like as I'm going through the different shows and going to see all my friends, it's like 15 minutes here, 20 minutes there.
So
It's difficult.
how instrumental is open mic in a lot of this?
Open mic, people have different opinions on open mic. I think open mic is fantastic. That's where Jim and I met a couple years ago, and that's where almost all of my musician friends have come from open
That's how
mic.
you guys met, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Collaborations, bands, all that stuff. Yeah, absolutely. The majority of my music connections have come from open mic, and we have the largest open mic scene in the country.
Really?
The Triangle is the open mic capital of the United States. So like on Tuesday nights, there's 17 open mics in the area.
Get out. Is there really?
No joke. And there is
Wow.
at least one open mic every night of the week here. I was on vacation in Washington, D.C. They have like 2 open mics for the entire area per week,
Wow.
for the whole area. So is that sustainable? Are we going to be able to have that many open mics for forever? Probably not, because, again, the market is flooded with it.
Right.
And I think that you get into some quality issues, and not all the open mics are
What
going to
makes
fill
a
up.
good open mic?
That's debatable. That depends on who you talk to.
Do you like open mics, Jim?
No, because I have to listen to a bunch of other people playing.
Oh yeah, and you don't like live shows.
That's right.
But the thing I like about it is it's 15 minutes, so, for each person.
Right.
So, yeah, it's kind of nice to hang around here, 10 different acts. Or
And
whatever.
I run mine a little differently. I know a lot of people don't like the way that I run mine, and that's okay.
Why is yours what's different?
So I do time slots. So you play like 7 to 7:15.
Right.
Okay. So when you're going on, and you know exactly how long you're going to play.
Okay.
Other open mics, you just show up, you sign up, and
You're lucky if you get
maybe they
on.
let you do 2 songs, maybe they let you do 5 songs. It varies. And that's fine. That's great. It's very organic. Mine is much more scheduled and orderly. And by that, I've been able to build a lot of regulars. And we have a community, like Jim said, that you've got 15 minutes. You know how to fill that time. So early on, I didn't do it that way. And it got into a lot of, you let that guy do 5 songs and I only got to do 2. I'm like, yeah, but your 2 songs were 20 minutes,
Right. So now you give a scheduled time.
So if
This
it's
is
scheduled,
when-
it's just, look, if it takes you 20 minutes to set up, then you owe me 5 minutes. You're not going to get to play.
Right.
Versus if a guy hops up there and he just plugs in real quick and sings, or a lady comes in and does her thing real quick, you get more time. So.
But it's fun doing the open mic because Maverick keeps it upbeat, Like when I do it, I just
Thanks.
make wisecracks. When I fill in for him, he actually doesn't let me fill in anymore because,
So you're playing at open mic tomorrow night
yeah.
for an hour.
Because it's his birthday and the
Yeah.
launch of his website. That's right. So we're going to be celebrating Jim tomorrow night out here at Niche.
Which I don't usually do because like the last 3 birthdays have been here and I didn't say anything.
doesn't say
'cause,
anything.
You had the last 2 birthdays on Tuesday
If there's
night?
one thing that
No, they
Jim
weren't on
doesn't like,
Tuesday,
it's
but-
spectacle. Jim does not like
But
spectacle.
your actual birthday is tomorrow, correct?
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
on that date.
It's
So I
on
figured,
Tuesday.
all right, that's telling me something. And the website will be released that day. Thanks
That's
to
right.
Zen Bad.
Yeah.
So what are you playing tomorrow night for an hour?
One,
All originals,
one
right?
song from each of my 10 albums, then I'll do a quick tribute to the Beatles and the Who at the end.
Love it. I'm going to be here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
and if you're in the
spectacle,
area, come on, stop by. Yeah.
there's one guy who texts about spectacle because I said it like in the first-
Sparrow. Yeah, Sparrow likes.
That's like your spectacle, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't like spectacle.
Uh-huh.
See, spectacle doesn't have a good
Meaning to
Definition.
meaning for me because
Yeah.
when I was a kid, my mother always used to use that word and it'd be like, "Oh yeah, Aunt
don't
Dottie,
make a spectacle of
Aunt
yourself."
Dottie got into the punch and she made a spectacle of herself."
Oh. Well, speaking of spectacle, I want to make a little bit of a spectacle right now, and I don't want to go way off into this, partially because it helps pay the bills around here, and I'm thankful for those of you that are able to do it respectfully. But today is 1,300 days of sobriety for me, and I just want to talk about that real quick. So,
right.
no judgments. If you do drink, that's great, and if you're able to do that responsibly, all the better. That's just a personal decision that I made 1,300 days
That's
ago.
a big number.
To
Good for you.
to not do that.
Congratulations.
So my sponsor over there is Marty at Rescue Wood Rehab. So thank you, my
That
friend.
kinda blows my mind.
He drinks so that I don't have to. So there we go.
Thanks, Mav.
But yeah. But yeah, so 1,300 days ago, I made a decision to change my life, and actually last year I made the decision to go fully straight edge, so which involves no substances of any kind, including caffeine. I've since given that one up. I need coffee in my life.
But
But,
that's amazing.
But
Congratulations.
yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, so
That really is.
if you are trying to get sober, just know that there is help out there. There are resources, and there are people that care. And if you're able to imbibe responsibly, then come on out and hang out with us because it helps pay the bills.
I come here a lot and don't drink as well. You can come here and,
That's right. No,
Ted
that's
doesn't
good.
really like that
And-
I'll drink water. But
Well, but you don't have to drink water because Andy can make delicious mocktails.
He
He's got all types of
does.
amazing
He does.
non-alcoholic beverages as well. So
yeah,
We do
absolutely.
get some looks when we do a show, Maverick and I, and someone says, "Oh, you guys are great. Can I buy us a
wait,
drink?"
wait. He said Maverick and I. Does that count as Gemini?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, dang it.
So someone tries to buy us a drink, say, "Sorry, no thanks."
Yeah, we're both teetotalers there.
Because they
so-
do that. Everybody wants to buy the musicians a drink, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once
So
in a
that's-
while.
Yeah.
Occasionally. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you so
It's
much.
a big, big number, and you've worked hard for that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. So I won't make a big deal about that, but I just did want to point out the fact because it is exactly 1,300 days today. So thank you all for supporting and being part of that as well. Now is a section that we like to call, a little segment that we like to call Talk Doggy to Me. That is returning. So pawficmatch.org out there. Go check them out. They are good friends of ours. I have personally adopted 2 dogs from them, and they are fantastic. They do the most out here. So we've got
This one is an
got some
amazing story, too.
representatives from them.
isn't
That's
it?
right. So we're going to hear a story. So Remy, I believe, is here tonight. Is that right?
Yep.
Let's see what we got. Okay. And if you'll squeeze the thing on the microphone there, you can bring it. Yeah, just get it wherever's good for you. And
I'm short.
cool. And if you can get Remy back just a little bit, Remy will be in the shot there. Almost.
Almost a little bit.
No, maybe not. Closer to the bar, I think.
Can we
But
move the
that's all
camera
right.
down
We'll
a
get
little?
it. No, unfortunately.
No? Okay. All right.
Almost. All right. This is live TV right now.
All right,
We'll
there
take it
is
as
a
we go,
dog
that's
there.
all right.
I
What
There
a
is a dog
beautiful
there. We'll go.
puppy.
So yeah, tell us a little bit about Remy. Remy has a very interesting story.
A recent interesting story.
That's right.
Yes, indeed. So Remy is a rescue who
Yes.
came to our house. We foster dogs through Pawfic Match a lot. This is my daughter Nora, who's here as my assistant.
Hi.
Hi.
And we had Remy a little bit more than 6 weeks, no, 2 months ago at this point.
Uh-huh.
And while we had her, she managed to escape and slip her leash.
Which
and-
explains the 2 leashes tonight.
Correct. Yes. Plus the harness.
Yeah.
She was on the run for 28 days.
I followed the story very closely.
Yes,
Yeah,
We
yeah.
had whole neighborhoods out looking for her. She was
The occasional photos popping up, and yeah.
she very much did not want to come back despite all of our best efforts. But eventually she was caught by animal control. She came back to our house and she is doing incredibly well.
Excellent.
She's put weight back on. She is getting along well with the family and with our other dogs.
Beautiful.
She
So
is
dog
such-
friendly, kid friendly.
She's dog friendly. She's kid friendly. She does not have a mean bone in her body.
Is she
Awesome.
cat friendly,
Sitting.
do we know?
She has encountered our cats, but
Uh-huh.
the cats tend to stay on a different floor than the dogs.
Gotcha.
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
Very cool.
She is
Her
the
story
sweetest-
captured the heart. I mean,
So many
on
people.
all
yeah,
of these
so many people.
pages.
And she, I cannot say how sweet of a dog she is.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think that after being gone for that long, that she would, not have a good personality or, be very standoffish. But
Yeah.
she's very timid. She's shy with people, but she is just the sweetest little girl.
Do we know approximate age?
I think about a year. Year and a half.
Year and a half.
Aw.
Wow.
But
So
she-
she's still kind of a puppy.
She's kind of a
yeah,
puppy.
Still
She-
growing.
She likes to do
Teenager.
a little happy dance when she sees us in the morning. And
So
So
comes
we can't really
downstairs.
see her on camera, but what kind of dog? What does she look
She
like?
is a red-bone coonhound, and it seems.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. We'll get.
Fair-
I want to get the
fairly-
camera on her just a little
yeah.
bit here.
There you go.
There
There
she
you go.
is. She is
That's
so
what we need to
sweet.
see.
She's a beautiful, beautiful
She's
dog.
gorgeous.
She's got a huge heart. She is going to make a family extremely happy when she finds her forever home through Pacific Match. She's just, I can't say enough about her. We have fostered a lot of dogs, and she's by far one of my favorites personally.
So
And how heartbreaking when they get off their leash or their
it's,
harness.
it's terrible. It's terrible. And the sightings almost made it worse in a way.
Yeah, because she's there, but
you
you
see
can't-
her, but
you
you
can't
can't
get her.
get to
Yep.
her, right?
Yep.
So we're just so thankful that
So-
she finally decided, because I think honestly she decided that she was done. Because I think if she hadn't decided, she
she'd
would
still be out there. Yeah, she's very,
do we
very
do
smart.
we know her story prior?
She was rescued through a county animal shelter, I believe, and then went to a foster family. The foster family had to move her on, and then she came to us.
Gotcha.
I think she may have had puppies before, just based off of her age.
She's young.
We think so, but she's been spayed now. She's up to date on all of her shots. She's great with kids.
So tell us a little bit. How many dogs have you personally fostered? Is she
Ooh, a lot.
a lot? Okay.
So
let's talk a little bit about your experience just in fostering, because we want to encourage people, obviously, if they are not able to adopt, to get into fostering and volunteering and doing stuff. Pacific Match is fantastic as far as. So tell us a little bit about your fostering experience and what that's been like.
It's so rewarding.
Yeah.
We typically get puppies more than fully grown dogs.
Yeah.
Just because
That's your
there's
specialty?
not even our specialty. We have two dogs of our own. One of which is a German Shepherd mix. The other one is just like a pure mutt. But we joke that our dogs teach the puppies how to be dogs.
Nice.
Our German Shepherd is like, typical, like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
you're not doing this right, you need to do it my way.
Right.
Our other dog is like the fun uncle who they come over and they play with.
Nice.
But it's just so rewarding to get these dogs into the house and see them interact and see them become,
Come out
their
of their shell
own.
from
I
whatever
don't want to say their own
experience they've been
person,
through.
but
Yeah.
their own dog, their own
Yeah.
personality.
Mature.
Every dog has its own little personality and quirks, and they're so fun. Some of them are super cuddly, and some of them don't like each other, but
Yeah.
they love us and they love our kids.
Yeah.
And just as a family, I think it has really, it's like I said before, it's just rewarding.
Yeah, so if there's
our
any-
kids get to experience, the joys of the dogs, but also
The loss.
not even the loss, because
You know
generally
that-
by the time the
yeah.
puppies get adopted, we're all ready for them to move on because we're tired of
I think
cleaning
it's-
up after the puppies.
Sorry.
No, go
I
ahead.
think it's great when you foster because you know what kind of home they should go to.
Yes.
You know if it should be with kids or without kids, and that's such an amazing thing fosters do. Y'all are amazing to do that, and you've done
Absolutely.
so many. And I bet you really love animals too now that you've been around them so much, right? And you have a bird, okay?
Nice.
And you'll take that with you as you get older, your love of animals, and hopefully, you guys will keep doing that because we need people. So thank you.
And just as a foster as well, it's really helpful when you're looking for a dog to be able to talk to someone who has interacted with the dog and be able to
Yeah.
ask them questions. From a shelter, as great as shelters are, you never know exactly what, the personality of the dog may be, and just being able to talk to a foster
It's
and have a
wonderful.
resource like Pacific Match. to
Perfect
be
Match
able to-
pulls a lot from shelters so the dogs can get a
Yes.
better chance, don't
Exactly.
they? Yes.
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 It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So if you had advice for anybody out there, they're on the fence, like trying to decide, hey, maybe I can foster, maybe I can't. I mean, just do it, right? Like,
Yes,
just go.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a
Don't be
rewarding
afraid to jump in.
experience. You don't need to.
And I
to
know
worry about it.
personally, Pacific Match never throws you to the dogs, so to speak. They're always there to help,
Oh,
like
yes.
whatever you need. So
For
anything
sure.
from the vetting and supplies to resources, if you're even introducing the dogs and things like that, they're hands on and very helpful.
Yep, and the
and all the events, things like this, where you can come in and get FaceTime for the dogs and things like that. So
Yeah,
yeah.
the
Is
adoption
Remy
events are great.
Is Remy up for adoption now, or are you holding off for a little bit?
She is available, yeah. So
Yes.
go on
Okay.
pacificmatch.org and check out their available dogs. And you can search for Remy. And if Remy is maybe not the Pacific Match for you, there are lots of other dogs available there on the
Absolutely.
website. So go and check all of them out.
Yes.
If you can adopt, please adopt. If you can't adopt, consider fostering. If you can't foster, donate. If you're not able to donate, then volunteer. There are always events going on and things in the area. And if you are not local to the Holly Springs and Triangle area, there are rescues all over the country that work with all different types of animals. So whether it's dogs, cats, even farm animals, wildlife rehabilitation, like whatever, we want to make sure that we're providing good homes and care for all of the amazing animals out there that want to be a part of your family.
And please spay and neuter. Please,
Absolutely.
please.
Please spay and neuter.
Absolutely.
But yes, pawficmatch.org. And if you're able to, they have their Amazon wish list and all of their socials and availability for donations, their PayPal and Venmo and things like that. So support them in any way that you possibly can. They are doing amazing work out here saving lives. Thank you both so much for being here along with Remy. And we hope that Remy finds the forever home.
And maybe from all of the attention that was gotten from this, there might be some more adoption applications coming in from all the Facebook pages and everybody that were looking for Remy.
That's right.
when she
I think
was
every
lost.
community page in the area
Yeah.
had blown up there. So
Yep.
Good for
Yep.
you guys.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate
you.
you being here.
Thank you so
Yep.
much.
Have a great evening.
Bye, Remy.
Bye,
Yay.
Remy.
And Bud,
All right.
not moving, is he?
Well, we have a couple segments that made it from season 1 to season 2. Obviously,
this one.
obviously, Talk Doggy to Me did, but so did the part where we write a song at the end of the show. So
What
we're
do we
going to
call
create up a
this?
song. I don't
We
know.
need to come up
We
with
need to come up with a name for this. This
Ooh,
is where
maybe
we write
you
a
all
song
can
on the spot.
suggest a
That's
name
right.
for this.
Yeah, if you got an idea for
Song
what we
on
should
the
call
Spot.
the song
That
on the
was good.
spot. Yeah,
Song
that's
on the
pretty
Spot.
good. It's good stuff.
Well, we don't need your help then.
That's right. And I'm so prepared that this week I gave Jim a guitar cable. He's plugged in. He sounds fantastic. I did not do that at all.
It's all right, I'll just strum hard.
Yeah, that sounds
We
good.
good?
No, he's good. Yeah, we got it.
All right.
It's cool.
Oh, we have new microphones. Did you say we have new microphones?
No, we got new microphones. We got new headphones. If you can't see them, they're the new invisible ones.
There's another puppy here.
There is another puppy.
Oh my gosh. Oh, but come show on the camera anyway, because what a cute little puppy that is.
That's right.
Come over here.
Yeah.
No?
No, I guess not.
She don't want to? Oh, you will. My God, that's a tiny little puppy.
There you go. Aw, there you go.
Look at
So
that little
sweet.
puppy. But that was a Poffic match. Yes.
Yeah.
That's an adoption from Poffic match.
That's right.
She's so Oh, we've had her
Beautiful.
on the show before.
With Bud in the background there doing his
Yeah,
thing as well.
yeah.
All right.
Sorry, didn't mean to put you on the
No,
spot.
no,
But
Yep, yep.
okay.
All right, Jim. What do you got for me, man?
I don't know, I'm not feeling anything.
Not feeling anything. Maybe once you get going, we'll come up with something good.
Give me a word, a title, or something.
Something
How
about
about
this
Re-
picture, man.
Or Remy the Lost Dog.
about
That
that.
was a great story.
Hey, Remy the Lost Dog is good.
You feeling it?
Remy the Lost Dog.
I like it. Bud is so cute. Well, I searched high and I searched low. I've been everywhere that I could go, looking for Remy the lost dog. I've been on the ladies of Holly Springs. I've been on all the places that you could think, and I'm searching for Remy the lost dog. Come on, Remy, come on home. You know I miss you. I give you a bone if you come on back. I'm missing Remy the lost dog. All right now, I don't know where you went to. I seen the picture that the fire department posted. And somebody said they fed you out back of a Bojangles.
True.
They were gonna put up some kind of trap to try to track you down. Come on, hey, I say, Remy, the lost dog, we're looking for you. Don't know where you're gone. I'm looking for Remy, Remy the lost dog. Now look, sometimes when you don't know what to do, your dog got out and ran away, you're feeling kind of scared. You're like, look, man, I don't know how I'm gonna get my dog back. You hear somebody at the Bojangles was putting some chicken out for him and said, man, I might want to go to Bojangles and check that out.
Remy,
You find out that Remy has been running around all week.
Remy,
But then Remy said, you know what? I had it better at the place I was staying. I'm gonna go on back home. And sure enough, there it is. Hey, come on, Remy, the lost dog. Hey, Remy, tell me where you gone, Remy. It's Remy, the lost dog. Go on to perfectmatch.org. Check out Remy. Remy's available. Looking for forever home. So don't go anywhere. Well, if you're on YouTube or if you're listening on Spotify or whatever, you can certainly go wherever you like. But if you are hanging with us here at the Niche or if you are listening at WCOM, we are transitioning to Retro Rewind right now. WCOM LP 103.5 FM. All right, so thank you so much. We will catch you next week.
Thank you.
Appreciate all of you from Maverick,
you.
Darcy, and Jim. We appreciate all of you and your support. We are going to continue right now with music here for Retro Rewind. So don't go anywhere. We'll catch you later.